What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Adobe's Learn from the Pro series. My name is Max Novak. In this series, I've been teaching you how to spice up your videos. In part 1, we talked all about rotoscoping and setting everything up. In part 2, we talked all about adding smooth motion. In part 3, we talked about creating neon logos behind your subject. And today we're going to talk all about seamless transitions. So let's hop into Adobe After Effects to get started. Here's a quick little trick you can do to create easy, fast transitions. All you have to do is drag in some more footage. So I'm going to import in here the second clip, and in my tutorial comp, let's go ahead and just grab that new footage and drag that in over top. So here's my first scene, just some normal footage. Let's go ahead and grab the layer that we rotoscoped earlier in episode 1. So I'm just going to select my rotoscoped layer. I'm going to click Control D to duplicate it. Let's right click on this duplication here, and I'm just going to name that transition. So we can take that transition layer and place it above our footage. So here he is over top. Now let's find a part where he's doing some sort of motion, such as he's kind of whipping his head from the left to the right. And what we're going to do is grab the left side of this frame and it here. So what we have is we have him popping in just like that. And whenever he goes to whip his head to the side, let's go ahead and just click Control Shift D on this layer to split it and then delete the end. And then right where we made that cut, we're going to grab our original footage here, the footage over top, and we're going to click Control Shift D on that as well. Delete this back part. And that's all you have to do, guys. Just bringing your rotoscoped layer over top so that he kind of pops in out of nowhere, and then making a little cut right at the area of motion so that you kind of have this match cut right into our next scene. So if I went a little bit too fast for you guys, we're going to do it again from scratch. And this time I'm going to show you using the rotoscope tool. You only have to use it on a couple of frames because we're just using it as a little transition. So let's create a new composition here. We're getting a little bit crowded, so we'll name this our transition comp. Let's go ahead and grab our first footage, and then let's grab in our second footage. So I'm going to actually rename the top one to 1 because that's the first scene that we're going to start in. I'm going to rename the bottom layer to 2 because that's the scene we're going to transition into. So on our 2 layer, all you need to do is double click on it until you go from a composition to a layer. So make sure it says layer here. If it still says composition, just double click again until you are in that layer. Go ahead and grab your roto brush tool up here in the top left. We're only doing a tiny bit of masking. Create the transition. We don't have to go through and mask out the entire clip. So with the roto brush tool, we explained it in episode 1 if you guys want to see a full video on it. But essentially, you have this green brush. If you hold down Alt, you have this red brush. Use your green brush and just try and color around whatever you want to mask out. And then use your red brush to cut away so that you're getting this purple line around the area that you'd like to isolate. I'm going to keep making those little adjustments until I have the purple line where I'd like it. In your effect controls over here on the left, we can just crank that up a tiny bit to add some feather and smooth that purple line out. So I think the line looks pretty solid here. I'm going to go ahead and click the page down key just to move to the next frame. And we're going to repeat those steps for a couple of frames. Now what we're going to do is freeze this footage. You're going to see this gray bar, which allows you to change the range for how much you want to freeze. So I'm just going to grab this gray bar and end it right there. And then all I have to do is click freeze. If you want to see your results, always click back over to a composition. So there you go, just a couple of frames. And then let's take that clip that we just masked out and place it over top. And now you can see how it's above our original footage. And just like that, guys, we have a simple little rotoscoped in match cut transition where the mask bit pops up first and then wipes in the new footage. Now I'm going to show you one more. So in our project bin, let's click this button to make a new composition and we'll name that match cut. And then let's drag in our original footage. And I also have this shot here of a close-up of some shoes from the exact same actor. So we'll import that and we'll drag that into our composition as well. So what I'm going to do is create some transform effects so that we zoom in on the shoes in the first shot and it match cuts into the shoes of the second shot. So to do that, you can use the transform effect that we talked about in episode 2. Or what you guys can do is you can right click in your gray space, go to new and create a camera. Let's go ahead and click OK. Just click open the transform options. We're going to go ahead and set some keyframes. So just activate those, drag a tiny bit to give us some room to work with here. And then the cool thing about cameras, if you click C on your keyboard, you can cycle through the different camera controls. You also want to make sure to be able to use this. You click toggle switches and modes, and you just enable everything as a 3D layer. So this little 3D cube here, and now whenever you change your camera controls, you can rotate, you click C, you can cycle through here. So here's your panning, And you also have zooming. So using those easy camera controls, we can just zoom in to any part of the footage, click C to cycle, and maybe pan down to the shoes. We have a simple little zoom down to his shoes. If you want that to be any faster, again, grab those keyframes and just drag them closer to the original. Now that we have the shot going into his shoes, click Control-Shift-D to make a split, and then delete this end part. And then let's show our shoe footage here. And we're going to try and match the shoes up. And let's try and match these two scenes up. So an easy trick to do this is just move back one frame. So you can click Page Up, and then let's select the top footage here and click T for opacity, and then lower that opacity a tiny bit. And now, since we've lowered the opacity of the top, we can grab the shoe layer and click S for scale. And we can try and match those shoes up with these shoes from the original. Once you've matched it up, put the opacity back to 100. So just using some basic steps here, I really love this effect because it's really not so much using different techniques in the computer. It's also really just thinking about how things can match and line up, and then creating a simple little cut here so that those sort of blend together and you can have a seamless little transition into the next scene. So I hope you guys did enjoy seeing some of my favorite transitions to set up in After Effects. If you did, slap a like on the video. If you'd like to see more from me, you can find me on YouTube at Max Novak or on Instagram at _Max Novak. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.